Some people misread the moment when they decided to challenge the police.
I'm in my goddamn car.
One impulsive move, and the consequences hit instantly on camera. Get ready for a high-speed tension in when people messed with the wrong cops.
Oh my God.
A police department in California received reports of a woman causing a disturbance at a home. She was damaging property and shouting uncontrollably.
What can I do, Dougie?
Because if you do, I'll crack your skulls, I'll ruin your eyes, I'll ruin your whole life.
The situation was finally brought to an end when officers deployed a canine unit.
No! You're my anger!
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. No. Come here.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
Despite being sentenced for assault, he still didn't learn his lesson, attempting to approach the judge again.
This nigga's a
Stupid, bro!
Get in the car. Get in the car. The police, get in the car. Blew up the whole fucking back seat, bro. For real?
Yes!
What happens next shows the costly fallout of reckless driving and ignoring a stop order. He even tried to pick a fight with the deputy. Wrong move.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! I got him. You keep your hands right there. Yes, you stay right there till we get out. Get out of it! Get out of it! Right now! Get out of
About you or anything that you do.
Get down from this.
Guys,
Get down.
they're fighting me. They pulled me.
Get down.
Yeah, they pulled me and they're fighting me. And I'm staying away from them. I'm there because I feel safe there.
This Karen acts like the rules simply don't apply to her.
If not, you're gonna go to jail.
Oh, these ladies want to fight me.
Listen.
They said they're going to fight me outside. They said they're going to
Make
fight
sure
me.
you get out of here.
But I think I could take this on my friend. Hello? Hey.
She always plays the victim, never recognizing her own part in the problem.
Yeah, I need you to come to the number 4 luggage. I'm under arrest? Are you kidding me? How am I under arrest? Are you serious?
A heated airport confrontation went too far, and it didn't end well for her.
What have I done wrong?
I'm gonna explain everything.
What? Because I told him I'm not white privilege? This is reverse racism. I'm filing a lawsuit. I'm filing a lawsuit.
I'm staying down.
You hit me!
He thought he could outsmart professionally trained officers. Looks like this guy was a little too confident in himself.
Hey, is Lisa here?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a call.
She just called me. It's this red Grand
there?
Cherokee, the passenger.
Yep.
He got a pack of Gold Rush. I asked him before he even got the cigarettes if he had his ID. He told me yes. Grabbed the cigarettes, ringed them up, put them right here. He snatched them, threw his change down on the counter, and I said, I need your ID. And he says, I don't give up, and walked out the door.
All over a single pack of cigarettes. This man landed himself in serious trouble.
I was raised by Marines, around Marines.
It doesn't matter. Were you in the service? Did you
Yeah,
actually
I
put
was.
what branch?
When the clerk asked for ID, he responded with nothing but arrogance.
Giving you an issue?
I shouldn't be answering any more
Go ahead.
questions. What does this have to do with why you're here? Go talk to her. Go get my money off the counter and give it back to me. Then come talk.
Throw a cigarette
He
at you?
threw a lit cigarette in my ear. That's what I just started yelling at him.
Okay, I did not realize that.
And just like that, the price caught up with him fast.
You're under arrest. Hold arrest dog.
Dan, stop.
You're
Stop.
under arrest.
Stop.
Oh, dude, you're gonna get dog bit. What's going on?
Hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back. Explain.
Hands behind your back.
What the? No.
Now you've got resistance.
No more trouble, Clark. Stop.
You did did say I had to have an ID to be here.
No, we need that. You need to give
Didn't
us
you say?
identification.
During the COVID-19 surge, masks became an everyday essential.
God-given right to be here on this planet, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Correct? I will not have it.
Still, some people brushed off public safety by ignoring basic precautions.
Do you understand? The CDC just released.
Turn around.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Play this game.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to deal with y'all. I don't want to deal with y'all. I don't want to deal with y'all. This is the same ass, repeated ass shit. Ain't nothing.
Keep her temper in check, or keep arguing with her parents and ignore police warnings over a family dispute?
I'm done. Well, maybe because y'all trying to hug me. That's what he does. Is, I love you. I love you. I love you. And then comes and throws me.
So, who hit you?
They all did.
They all hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, how did they hit you?
It's just come and going, come and going.
She's going to regret how this ends.
What's happening?
Put your arms up.
What's happening? What the f is happening?
You're under arrest for domestic battery.
Why am I under arrest?
Instead of evacuating, the shop assistant stayed and helped undercover officers take down the suspect. The suspect was quickly restrained while attempting to flee the scene.
You good?
Yes, all good. That's us.
No, it's not. Look what my. Are you not mad? Look what you're doing to my wrist.
Yeah, I've just checked them. You've got plenty of space.
Yeah, that's
right?
fine now. That's fine now.
Right.
Face with that. Okay. Out my face with that.
This Karen kept causing trouble for the store owner, so the owner had to call in the police to handle it.
What's wrong with you, ma'am? Hold up. Let me record this, because I ain't do shit in this place.
Okay.
Yes, you do, because I didn't do anything. You don't have no, I didn't commit no criminal acts. So what did I do? You're not finna sit here and arrest me and tell me that I'm doing anything wrong. What did I do? What did I do?
Let's go.
What did I do? Don't touch me.
Yes.
No problem.
Have a seat.
Why am I going to jail and I have to crack up? I don't give a you cracker. You got me up.
After a sudden road incident, this woman kept dancing like nothing happened. Although sober, her behavior was completely hard to explain.
I have someone who actually needs help. Can you have him? Sir, don't be difficult. Just, there's no one that will talk to you.
Probably will.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about some kind of manifestation. It's that, you know what that tells me?
What?
That you're mental.
The man entered the lobby showing clear signs of distress. He grew increasingly agitated as officers tried to approach and figure out what was going on.
Again.
You're mental.
Yo. Think I'm playing, bro? Huh?
In the end, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for his behavior.
Thank you.
A sudden move towards the horse may seem harmless, but it can quickly turn chaotic. Before the horse could even react, officers stepped in and showed her the force of the law.
See them right there? Them right there.
All right.
They all stupid.
This petty shoplifter was caught red-handed by store staff. Instead of backing down, he acted like he was in the right. With no other option, they had to call in local police.
24 Alpha 1. Assistant set Parker's 1018. Hey! Get down! Get down on the ground!
Look, they just hit me.
Get down on the ground
They
now!
just hit me.
Down on the ground!
Why is that hit them?
Down on the ground now!
The fake temp, 88519 on the Mustang.
Reason why you're a little nervous?
No, it's just
Just police
I was
contact?
falling asleep in the car.
Oh, were you falling asleep? Alright, that's a bad way to wake up, man.
Get in the car!
A passenger suddenly took off while officers were checking the vehicle during a traffic stop.
Stop! No, I got a gun on me. I got a gun on me. Take it out my leg, please.
He thought he could get away, but things quickly escalated because police discovered additional hidden items inside the car.
I got to go to my pocket.
Hey! These troublemakers mocked the police with a donut on a string.
Hey, you got that?
I got it too.
You got that? Good.
Got it too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
sir.
I mean, what am I getting?
What's your name?
I think it's time for you to go. Oh!
Ask him if you're free to go. Ask him if you're free to go. Ask him if you're free to go.
That kind of provocation was bound to land them in court.
She's got some issues. I don't know what her issues are.
I'm not.
Okay, is that hers or yours?
You need to off.
Okay, all right.
You need to bag them.
Another out-of-control moment caught on camera. The situation escalated as she continued refusing to cooperate.
Why did you just bite me? Why did you just bite me?
What started as a trespassing issue quickly shifted to disorderly conduct and resisting due to her behavior.
What the f is happening?
I don't know. You tell me what brought us here.
I don't even know. I just want my mom.
We're trying to call your mom now, okay? As soon as we get her on the phone, I'm sure she'll be on her way.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
To get going.
Okay, that's not mine anyways.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what's in here? Do you want to show me what you have in there? Just make sure you don't have any rust stuff.
Oh, I'm okay. Like,
Okay.
I don't-
That empty bag quickly filled up with items she hadn't paid for.
Okay.
But I don't have anything. I just have other stuff that I wouldn't really want you guys to see. Like,
Julia, stop.
I don't-
Relax.
No, no,
Julia,
I
take a breath.
don't have any.
Julia,
no,
take a breath.
No,
Julia,
don't
stop.
touch me. Don't touch me.
Julia,
don't touch me.
You're
Don't
being
touch
put
me.
into handcuffs.
No,
right?
no,
Julia.
don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Okay, Julia.
Don't,
You're under
don't
arrest.
touch me. Don't touch me. Don't.
We're gonna get in on this side.
Standing out, stand up.
The grappler device was deployed by U.S. cops to bring a stolen car, driven by two teens, to a stop.
White and you all are white teaming up against my ears. You don't care. Okay, then you don't care. Hey, I didn't get in your face. You told me to get out. I would take it the other time.
A passenger was escorted off the plane after making controversial remarks. That disrespectful behavior was always going to come with consequences.
Let's walk nicely, okay?
I had a ticket to my home car. Sit down. Turn around. Louder voices.
Get it.
Put some water, kid. Good, kid. Come on. It's a good summer day, you know what I'm saying?
Wat is hier? De kop hier. What the fuck? Nou, die kan dat uit is hier met... Ja.
On the windows of the vehicle. Now,
An unexpected road incident unfolded between a white BMW and a Lexus traveling in the same direction. But instead of stopping, the driver sped off. Police removed a woman and a man from the vehicle.
Go back.
They identified the man as the one driving, and he was taken into custody.
Step to your right.
Hanson 4 on 1080, approaching Edgewood.
A high-speed chase straight out of a Hollywood movie as a reckless driver brazenly broke the law.
1050, 1050.
And of course, justice always comes out on top.
Okay, we already know you shoplifted. You refusing to identify yourself is a further charge. Let's not go there. If you got no priors, no arrest warrants, we're going to release you on a piece of paper and you go to court for it, okay?
No matter how slick the trick, petty shoplifters rarely get past the cops.
That's only going to be an extra charge, and I don't want to do that. You understand what that means? Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to search you real quick to make sure you don't have anything that you can harm or hurt you. You have anything on you, sweetie? No. Oh, what is it? Do you want to have your purse be with your friend, or you want to bring it to headquarters?
Why I gotta be the same? Out of Chain Eagle, shoplifter ran from the store.
I did not run from the store. That wasn't my. I just walked out the store.
Put your hands behind your back. Oh, man. You said I ran from the store. Hold on a minute.
Yes,
I did! Yes, I did!
The woman suddenly hurled her groceries at an officer and acted completely out of control. She even accused the store of discrimination. But the real issue was her behavior.
Drag me the f*** out of here! Drag me the f*** You're not supposed to be recorded.
Yes, ma'am.
Being intoxicated made her act without thinking straight. And the price she paid? She didn't get to fly home to her family. Hiding items in the compartment may seem like a clever move, but it all fell apart in front of the police.
Why are you running? Grab it, grab it.
Along with the unregistered moped, he's now facing a pile of legal fallout.
We got a recovered firearm under Tower 345 case 1. I hit our toad. 10-foot, the unit with the firearm. Can I hear from the unit pursuant?
I got hurting me. Oh my God.
Officers told the woman to leave private property and show identification.
He's hurting me. I got it for the lawyer.
Too late. No more arguing. They moved in and made the arrest.
Let go of me. I'll go. I'll go home. I will go home. I will go home. You don't need to put your knee on my back.
Well, you're done.
I'll go home.
Hey, stop. What does he do?
Stealing in broad daylight inside the store. He seriously underestimated the security in the UK.
Hey, don't touch him!
Him. Fuck, you got him.
What did he pay the name?
One boy's there. Yeah.
I can switch to my blade magic.
No, that's mine.
Would you want somebody back on your family member? Right.
What are you getting? You!
Recklessness comes with a price. Thousands in fines and an unavoidable court date.
Nothing. My mom's on her way, like driving right behind us. My dog is right behind us.
A routine traffic stop escalated as the man, already a repeat offender, kept driving while intoxicated.
Okay, dear. He won't jump out. Can you?
No, he won't. You just shut the door.
Yeah, I just don't want him to jump out the window or try to jump out the window again.
Yep,
Okay.
no,
You're
he's good. Yep.
Okay.
Put your
hands behind your back.
Yep, behind your back. There you go, bud.
Yep, just sit right here.
Yep, no problem.
Spread your feet for me.
So I'm gonna have you turn around.
Yep.
You are gonna be under arrest for OWI.
A 6-year sentence is the price for his pattern of violations and the risk he posed to the public.
Yeah, hey,
That stare already hinted he was about to cause trouble. It only ended when backup officers arrived and stepped in to restrain him.
Yeah, I'm good. You couldn't get it.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
He thought he paid the police and could do whatever he wanted. That was a foolish mindset.
Are you guys okay to see me arrested?
This woman kept making bizarre, hard-to-read moves.
Okay, Mr. Bacon and Mr. Dimmitt. This is exactly what has been happening. That's exactly what has been happening. Don't tell me who's the head honcho here. What, I'm not hot enough for you? I'm not hot enough? I'm not sexy enough? I'm gonna spit on you. Tell me I'm hot. Tell me I'm sexy. Tell me.
It seemed like she was just looking for someone to validate her looks.
Break my bones, security? Security's gonna break my bones to get me to shut up? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to my back?
His worst move was trying to take control of a police vehicle.
Did I give you permission? Did I give you permission? Stop. Did I give you permission? Do not.
You're about to be arrested, okay? You're about to be arrested. Continue. You understand?
Already talking to you.
No matter who you're facing, disrespect crosses the line. The officer gave multiple warnings, but Karen kept pushing it. Time to cool things down.
Not gonna do it again doesn't mean you put a spit mask on me.
not look at me.
Who are? I'm gonna take you to court.
Don't grab me.
I'm gonna take you to court.
Meg, all you have to do.
Get on the ground! Get on the police! Get on the ground! Get by police now! Do what you said! He's not coming up if you do what you're told. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
In that moment, his mistakes didn't seem to matter anymore. All that remained was utter embarrassment and shame.
Are you serious?
He wasn't even on patrol. He was just stopping by a convenience store and happened to spot the suspect.
You calling 302?
You guys about to leave just now. Why do you
That's
not
for
want to
reference to subject negative one value.
You guys didn't do anything. What are you trying to do?
You're going to jail.
Why?
Because you hit him.
Why was she put in handcuffs? Things likely wouldn't have escalated if she hadn't lashed out at her boyfriend during the argument. With that attitude, officers had to take the situation more seriously.
Now I am. And now that I'm going to jail and my son is in a...
Okay. All right, I'm going to be buckling you in.
Great.
$9 million worth of Rolex watches were stolen by a robbery crew. But with no solid evidence to charge them, the case stalled. So officers went undercover, posing as civilians with fake Rolex watches to set a trap.
Yeah. She just went to do means. We're both law enforcement too. I don't know.
43, 10-4 check. Copy. Come here. Don't buck. Over there.
Wow.
Come here.
A call from a Dunkin' Donuts employee kicked off a chase through the mall. She tried hard to get away, but the ending was anything but smooth.
Can I please call the police, sir? Please, sir, please. Hey, step down, watch it.
Let's get this off.
I don't mind getting it out. Can you please call her, please? I just brushed my mouth.
Yeah, that was like the spill.
Bold thieves strike in broad daylight. But forget karma works both day and night.
Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down.
Driving an expensive car, he thought he held more power than the authorities. Even when ordered to step out, he stayed stubborn and declined to follow commands.
We're not playing this game. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
What is for driving under the speed?
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
No, you
I
did. This is illegal.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No,
You
it
ain't
is not.
giving
Get driver's
Get
license.
your superior here right now.
For what?
The man kept using aggressive language and showed zero cooperation throughout the encounter with cops.
Will you stop walking up on me?
I'm in my goddamn car.
Back up.
Nice.
People who act like this are bound to learn a tough lesson.
Just wait a minute. No, I'm not waiting for I'm waiting for the police. You can call the police. They're all on your tail. Just wait a minute.
How much damage did this hotel incident actually cost?
I'm not paying for this. Hey!
Yeah, the real question was how much she'd have to pay for it.
Jeffer! Hello? I know what phone. I think you're so I'm gonna leave. What are you doing to you now? Shut up.
He's in someone's backyard.
You're not seeing things wrong. This officer really used a bike to chase down a suspect. That creative move definitely deserves a like from wowtv viewers.
I ain't do nothing wrong, bro. I paid for my own car. If I wreck it, that's on me, bro. That's on me.
Her arrogance made her believe she could get away with anything.
Okay, so what happened?
Nothing. Just want to go stairs, bro.
So why you mad? What got you mad?
Everything.
What's everything?
Bro, you get a fucking Real Magic 3s for 99, then you go and get them for 73. How you feel?
Okay.
I'm mad. I'm going upstairs. I'm going upstairs.
No.
Emma.
Oh my God! Stop! 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 Stop!
Don't touch me, bro. Emma. Four cameras. Four. Not one, not two, not three, four.
All right, put your legs in.
Whoa! Whoa! Open this back door! Open this back door!
No one could make sense of her bizarre behavior as she tried to block a police vehicle.
You wanna be a slave? Oh, okay, what's up? Where are you coming from?
Okay, because we're going to fingerprint you.
Viewers at home, be careful with your personal information because it can be stolen. She impersonated an account holder to withdraw $10,000 and was only caught while trying to move more money between accounts.
You're giving me a false name. So I need to know if it's actually you. Okay, you're not going to tell anybody.
Wait, hold on.
Ma'am?
Wait. Hello?
Okay, come on.
Wait. I don't want to be anywhere. Listen, I'm not resisting. Listen, I don't want to go this route.
Well, you decided to go that route when I asked you what your real name is, and then you're like, well, I don't consent to any of this. Well, you don't have a say-so.
A lockdown order isn't issued as a warning you can ignore. This is what happens when you fail to take the rules seriously. The bill came in. Thousands of dollars worth of stolen items.
You don't know how to say over from the police station.
And even heading to jail, she stayed completely unfazed, like nothing ever happened.
I don't know.
349. He's got a seatbelt on.
Jefferson couldn't accept the charges for carrying a prohibited item, so he did everything he could to evade the law and escape.
We're gonna be. We're getting on I-40. It's at the TVI. Okay.
Your call has been updated.
He made everything worse and more tense than ever. Intoxication and disorderly conduct pushed the driver to flee. Vehicle stopping devices and box-in maneuver were deployed to stop the suspect.
Ready? Dude, I'm not ready. You're gonna get tased if you don't get out of the car. Yep. You're on face running back.
Get out the car. Oh. Come on, come on. I don't want to show shoes. She said, yo.
At the 911, what's the address to your emergency?
I'm at the Chick-fil-A at 33rd and Broadway. This is about a gentleman who has been exposing himself to minors.
Hey, you have an ID with you?
He had to know there was no easy way out of this, but running only made things worse.
You are reporting that someone stole the drugs that you were trying to sell them.
Sir, I'm broke. I'm just trying to make a little bit
of money. At what point does this make any sense?
She really got herself into even bigger trouble.
At what point?
It doesn't make any sense.
At what point do you think telling the cops that someone stole...
I'm being honest. He's not being honest. Where's what he...
Are there drugs in this car?
No.
Did that clip live up to your expectations? Thanks for watching.
I'm in my goddamn car.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next intense moment.